Alright, and welcome back to another episode of Project Eden's Garden. I'm your host, Skirboga, Captain Skirboga, and I believe the last time we left off, we were supposed to be chasing after Kai, because we are going to party. And by partying, I mean playing video games, which is what we are already accustomed to doing, but Damon, not so much.
Eh?
Oh, that's super cute. They drew a little thing in the back.
Into ya.
Bargain bin right on time! We've almost finished setting up! The original furniture had been stacked and pushed to the walls, making room for a totally unexpected scene. Yeah, I really like how Gamer Girl drew herself on the piece of paper. How did he even get that piece of paper? Sofas arranged around a massive TV, an impressive-looking DJ pad flashing colorful patterns, and loudspeakers almost everywhere I looked. When Jet mentioned equipment, I imagined a handheld console, something tiny that could be won from the gachapon. Anything but this. Impressed, are you? Where did you find this stuff? Where'd you think? Mark's bro cave. His dorm?
It's nothing.
Yeah. Did that also include a TV?
Yo!
If you think that's cool, you should check out my room. It's got a whole arcade machine. I want an arcade machine. What's an arcade machine to race a car bed? Yet, perhaps even more curious than the equipment was her. Ooh, because it's our girlfriend, right? Ooh. Eva, you've definitely got Damon's attention now.
Hi.
Here for breakfast, Eva?
Hey, hey!
We've already had it!
Huh?
We?
Yep.
Obviously, as tournament hosts. Eva helped the guys and I set everything up. For her contributions, she has been bestowed the title of
Check it out!
Honorary Host.
That's...
Really?
Correct.
It looked like they needed an extra pair of hands.
So she was interested in the tournament after all. Wait, what's that in your hand?
This?
What? That kind of looks like a DS, but it's got a screen on top of it.
I won it from the gachapon in the pharmacy a couple days ago.
Wait, is that why we couldn't unlock all of the gachapons? 'Cause you already got one, but there should be duplicates of it, right?
It's some niche gaming console, I think.
Eh?
There are other consoles beside the one Cassidy has?
Yep.
Sure are! I poked Tozu about it before using the gachapon. Didn't want to gamble for something which doesn't exist. After a few days, he got fed up and confirmed that multiple consoles were up for grabs. Wait. Are you guys the reason why I couldn't get 100 completion on that thing? I tried for hours.
You see?
Since I wasn't planning to take part in the tournament, I just took it with me. Playing a game on my own is more my style.
So you're not participating? Why come to the tournament then?
Well,
It's not easy to find other fans of Sublime Slam Sisters. Even though it can be considered a cult classic, lots of people in the gaming sphere will judge you if you say you like it.
so hackneyed!
Contrarians, the lot of them! They just don't want to admit the quadruple roll kick attack originated from an indie title.
Yeah, and the upper kangaroo punch,
And the downward spiral attack.
and the slinker special attack,
And the 7-time jump wallop.
the jackal maneuver rule.
Damon!
Oh, that reminds me. Bargain bin, since you're here, let me explain the rules of the tournament.
You think?
I never said I was going to play.
Really?
Then why did Kai write your name on the whiteboard?
Huh?
Huh? Cassidy pointed to the whiteboard a little ways off from where we were standing.
The hell?
What the? A 3-way bracket system had been drawn on the board with a marker. Eyes immediately darted to the leftmost bracket, where I had been slated to compete against Kai. Sorry. Cassidy said you had to bring a partner, so that's why he was begging me to attend.
Hey.
Why can't I just be a spectator? Well, Cassidy and Jet are already matched, and Jean said he was gonna attend, and so I don't want to play against him first. This freaking guy.
Very funny.
Don't look at me like that. If you pull out now, bed privileges are over. Don't say it like that. Oh my gosh. That wasn't part of the agreement.
I've got something to say.
Well, consider this an amendment. My room, my rules. Knowing what's at stake, it's better not to argue the technicalities with him. Fine, I'll play. Alright, this'll be awesome! Since you've never played a fighting game before, I can show you the ropes. Just give me a sec to set things up.
Sick and twisted.
Wow, he just used housing to coerce you into an unfavorable position! I wonder if Kai leases out apartments as a side hustle. I wouldn't say he'd be good at it, but you could make some money doing that. Kai said something yesterday about not recognizing Cassidy's game, so it will probably take him a while to set it up. What should I do while I wait? Oh, we get a choice to do stuff? Haven't we done this before? Kinda don't want to look at the pictures. Let's talk to people. Mark was leaned over his equipment, fiddling with the various controls.
That's...
All this stuff is turned on, yeah? Shouldn't music be playing? The volume's turned down on purpose. I'm just making sure everything works.
Seriously?
How will you know it's working if you can't hear anything? Glaring at me from under his beanie, Mark reached for a sound dial and rotated it. On cue, the speaker on either side of us began playing music.
Huh?
Muttering something to himself, the boy returned to fiddling with the controls. Seemed this conversation was over. He just doesn't like us. What did we do to him? Jet had wandered over to the stack of chairs. Phoo-wee, my quads are aching. Does shifting furniture count as a workout? Sort of, right?
Yeah.
Guess he's just lost in thought.
Where?
Eva was staring intensely at the console in her hands.
Hello?
Having fun there?
Can't talk. Must finish level.
Hi.
Hey,
Seriously?
I know you can hear me, Eva.
Hey.
Eva! Don't play obtuse. I can tell you're ignoring me.
I am not.
Following suit, she immediately turned her attention back to the console. Geez, this girl. As a solution, I not so gently tap her hand, pulling her gaze upwards.
What?
Since when are you so passionate about video games?
Deal with it.
It's a secret talent of mine.
You think?
A secret talent that you don't want to exploit in a gaming competition? Unable to think of a comeback, Eva simply puffed out her cheeks and stared at me with a pout.
Where?
If I partake in conversation, will you leave me alone?
Rude. Come on, girlfriend. We're just trying to hang out with you, trying to get to know you better. Why you gotta be like this? That's an eloquent way of getting me to not talk a lot.
No.
It's not that.
Eh?
Not what?
Not that I want you to stop talking.
Right.
So you do want to have a conversation. That was easier than I expected.
However,
You can't count this as a win. This is simply a coincidence.
A coincidence? Huh?
I just happen to have something important to tell you. Something really, really, really important.
Eh?
listen to me.
Yeah, it has the power to disrupt the world as we know it.
That's...
Okay.
I'm talking.
Are you sure you can handle this knowledge?
You don't need to give it a provisional drum roll.
Fine. I used to eat lunch in the bathrooms.
Was this another one of her attempts at a joke? I don't think this is joking.
I'm being serious.
Like, in the stalls?
Super gross.
And my only object of companionship, the only thing keeping me sane from those disgusting toilets, was a portable gaming device. I found it at a thrift store. It made my lunches better.
Aw, poor baby. Jeez. You really had no friend at a school? The school didn't do any bullying prevention stuff? You can say you like video games, Ava. I don't need a tragic backstory.
Not interested.
Don't be rude, Damon. What did I say? Ugh.
That's embarrassing.
More embarrassing than lying about being the ultimate liar or eating lunch on toilets.
Jeez.
I'm just kidding. No, you're not, Damon. Oh my gosh.
Correct.
Yeah, I know. It was kind of funny. I chuckled.
What? I don't understand what's funny. What's funny?
Seriously?
No, you didn't.
It's the truth.
Telepathically, duh.
What? I'm so lost.
I wouldn't chuckle out loud. What kind of powerless fool do you think I am?
Right.
Sorry. The way she was playing into the theatrics, it was sort of, in some bizarre way, endearing. Just say you like her.
And you never know.
Thanks.
Maybe I'll change my mind and play in the tournament later.
It pains me to say it, but smiling is a good look on her. Okay, just say you like her. Just say you like her, Damon. Just say it.
Hey!
You look a little antsy. Afraid you're gonna lose?
Right.
No, it's only a video game.
Yep.
Right. I get the vibe you're putting down. On the surface, aloof and uncaring, but secretly, the thrill of the game courses through your veins.
Anyway,
I have a question for you.
Ooh.
Really?
yeah.
How did Ava know what time you were going to set up the tournament?
Okay.
Ava? She asked me about it after breakfast yesterday. I see.
Jeez.
I'm surprised she's so involved. Is it really that surprising?
Eh?
Maybe she wants to help out because she no longer has to play pretend, you know?
Yep.
That or she's just a big nerd. Play pretend? Since the title of Ultimate Liar was itself a lie, then the coldness which accompanied it, could Cassidy be implying that was also a lie? There were some names on here that I hadn't paid attention to the first time. Jean's name was written down, but he hadn't been paired up with anyone.
Over here!
Damon, over here! Kai waved over to his foot in front of the TV, which now displayed a colorful level select screen. Come on, everything's set up! He handed me a second controller and patted the floor next to him. Do you know how to use a controller?
Yeah.
It's been a while since I last touched one, but I'll get the hang of it. Surprising, I was getting the vibe you were like the bookish type, the kind who refuses to even touch a screen. But hey, it's good you've used a controller before. That's better than nothing.
Ugh.
Sure. What's with the glare? I'm not judging. You kinda... What do you mean you weren't judging? You kinda seemed like you were judging before. Can you just show me how to play?
Hey!
Oh, right, the game! Okay, so after I started it up, I played a few rounds to get a feel for the controls. Combos in this game get pretty complicated, which might not sound great, but the basic control mappings are actually really simple. Kai spent the next few minutes giving me a rundown of the game's controls. I picked it up faster than I expected, but still rougher than I would have liked. Once he was done, we began our practice rounds, and we kept at them until the final tournament attendees arrived.
How we feeling?
Would you look at this? Early morning merrymaking, just how I like it. Ugh, it's so loud in here. Can somebody turn down this music?
Not a chance.
No dice! If those ears aren't ringing like a fire alarm, can you even call it a party?
Soybean.
No, you call it tinnitus. Speaking of music,
Hey.
hey Mark, do you use a stage name or something? Your songs are really catchy. I don't know if it's the vibes or what, but they remind me of this guy called... Did I say something wrong? Oh, you also just reminded me. Before we start, Mark wants me to pass on a message to you guys. That being... This is what he said to me. As much as I don't want to be here, I've agreed to provide my services under two conditions. 1, I maintain full say over what music I play. Huh? And 2, no one can discuss my song or my musical abilities in any way, shape, or form.
But
I was just complimenting him. Yes, that includes compliments.
hell no.
Seriously?
Seriously?
How does that make any sense?
Nope.
We can argue about the logic later. For now, let's just go along with it.
Come on.
Who cares about all that? Let's quit this small talk and start already.
Roger that.
Eager and raring to go, that's what I'm talking about. Speak for yourself. I'm only here because that ship captain wouldn't leave me alone.
Huh?
That's odd. From what I remember, it was the other way around.
Shut it.
Whatever.
5 seconds in and they're already off on the wrong foot. Right. Since Jean or Grace are together... Cassidy walked over to the whiteboard and scribbled Grace's name next to Jean's. Huh? I'm matched with him?
Duh.
There's a reason I wanted an even number of people. Let me explain the ground rules. They're simple. Each match is gonna be the best out of 3. Take a look at this board to see who you're gonna be up against. We're up first, Damon. Remember what I taught you. May the best man win.
That's pretty cool.
Good luck, Damon.
Aw, our girlfriend's cheering us on. That's so cool.
Yep.
You feel it as well, don't you? A tightness in your chest which just wants to burst out. We're on the verge of a battle, a clash for glory, honor, and incessant bragging rights.
Right.
It's the long-awaited ultra-exclusive Slim Sisters Tournament. Why is Grace's face out of screen? It feels kind of sad that she's just halfway there. Where's Eva? Where's Eva hiding? Is she like behind Cassidy or something? Oh. That's not really cool. I want to see everyone. How come we can't see everyone? With a roar, the tournament began.
Bro, Kai, you're a natural.
Whoa, Damon, watch out!
I can't focus if you're yelling in my ear.
Now this feels like home.
You play video games?
Not so much me, but my men. Ha! During break, they'll flock like seagulls to my ship's arcade.
A personal arcade? On a ship? Man, I'm jealous.
Despite the overwhelming mix of voices and music, my attention remained concentrated on the screen. If I can time this next attack right. Crap. Just when I thought I was advancing on Kai, he caught me in a trap.
Haha, too slow!
In a tandem with my slip-up, the music took on a more frantic tone. There's only one move which could save me now. Taking a deep breath, I steadied my grip on the controller and pushed both joysticks as hard as I could. That kind of looks like they're playing Game Boy. The controller fittings. Well, that's not what I had in mind. I don't think Damon had that in mind either when he said the final move. Huh? What's going on? All of a sudden, the world around me turned pitch black. Did a murder just occur? Or is this part of the game? Will it come back up? What? Why is everything black? That's what I want to know, okay? No. Maybe the power generator just went out because we're on like a hologram? We're living in a hologram, right? This is just a hologram program. What's happening? Guys, can you hear me? Ouch! Who stepped on my foot? The panic clamor of the people around me snapped me out of my stupor. Is this a... are we in a blackout? What? A blackout? Right now? Ah! Don't we usually just wait for the power to return? Or was there something else before that? Crap! My school had a whole protocol for this! Even if we knew what to do in a normal blackout, it wouldn't help here. Inside this abnormal building where everything was sealed off, we were basically blind.
Should we look for the others?
Dude, when did you get here? You like disappeared in that last panel scene. How are we gonna do that? I can't see 3 inches in front of me! Can't we just wait for someone to find us instead? No way! Somebody look for a torch already and... Hold on a sec, I got an idea. Huh? Before I could even register what it was he said, a light appeared in front of me. Hovering there, casting a very faint glow. The hologram from the trinket. Immediately, the rest of us activated our own trinkets. With all 8 trinkets activated, we could finally see each other in the dark.
Yo!
Great idea, Jean!
Let's rock and roll!
Right on! You're a lifesaver!
Ha!
A captain needs to keep a steady mind during inclement weather.
But
It's great we have a light source and all, but why hasn't the power returned yet? You think the goat guy would have done something by now?
That's...
You know what? Let me check something. Huh? I ran over to the corner of the room and knelt beside the vent. Bringing my ear to the grates, I listened for a certain noise.
I see.
The humming. It stopped. Ava, quick, come here and take a listen.
Hello.
I'm here.
Am I hearing you right?
Why do you need Ava? Do you remember when I said I woke up in an underground floor? Dining hall people, you were in this building before. Tell us what's going on. Yeah, why didn't you mention this other girl? What? I never even saw her. Huh? You were there too, bargain bin. Don't even. There's a floor below us. That's where I woke up.
Focus.
Ava was with me. The 2 of us woke up in a boiler room, which also happens to be on the other side of this vent. You know what? Damon kind of reminds me of Joker from Persona 5, because Xander Mobus literally doesn't have a lot of lines. Like, it's literally just him saying, focus. All right. And that's what Damon literally says most of the time. He doesn't say a lot of stuff. I mean, he does say a lot of stuff, but I'm voicing him, not voice actor. You know what I'm saying? The room had a huge generator. If you pressed your ear up to this vent like I just did, there's no way you wouldn't hear it. But for some reason, there's nothing.
I see.
I see the problem. If there's no sound, the generator must be turned off.
Eh?
Is that why a power outage happened?
hell no!
So it's kaput? How are we gonna get power back now?
Well, there is one thing we could try.
Huh?
You see,
Apart from the boiler room, the underground floor also has 4 storage closets. I remember one of them containing something that looked a lot like a generator.
elementary, my dear.
Uh-huh! A spare generator in case the first one breaks.
Thinking.
If we somehow turn it on, we might get the power back.
You want to go down in the dark? Shouldn't we just wait for Tozu to turn the power back on?
No.
No, I have a bad feeling about this. I think we should turn the power on as soon as possible, instead of waiting for Tozu to do it.
But what if we get lost in the dark?
Take a breather.
Let's just form a daisy chain with our arms. There's no way we'll lose each other then, aye?
Ooh.
Smart! Since Damon and Eva have been down there before, they can lead.
Yeah, okay.
The 8 of us linked arms and formed a chain. Once everyone was ready, we made our way out of the dining hall and down to the underground floor. I'm a little scared, guys. In the near pitch blackness, the hallway looked so much larger and longer than I remembered. Exploring the place with light had been unnerving enough, but this made all that seem like a walk in the park. Yeah, this is creepy, guys. I did not sign up for Five Nights at Freddy's here. It's so creepy down here. There's 4 rooms, right? Who's checking one again?
Where?
Well, since this is a group of 8, we can explore in pairs.
Pairs? Again?
This sucks.
Okay, if that's really what we're doing. Kai shot me a nervous glance, and I knew then and there he'd made his decision. Yeah, I guess... Wait a minute. Excuse you, Kai, I already got a girlfriend. I don't need a boyfriend here, okay? I'm not a player. I cannot have more than one. So, I know you want to be my Kirigiri here, but you kind of sound more like a... Who's that girl, the ultimate swimmer in the first game? I don't remember her name, but you kind of seem like her, okay? And we already got a detective on us. I'm not detective, I mean mathlete. You know, there's just no room for both of you, okay? I know you like me both, but Eva already had me first, you know? Fine.
Yep.
Jet's gonna come with me.
Bro?
But then Broski won't have.
Duh.
He can go to Jean. Them swashbuckler types love a good challenge, don't they? You know me well. How about it, Mark? Up for a little adventure?
Just ignore me.
Just make it quick.
I see.
So I'm stuck with the mathlete, am I? Maybe if we find the generator, you can use your real talent for once. Let's check out the closet on the right down there and get this over with.
Stupid.
Repair work and math competitions have literally 0 overlap.
Just follow me.
Come on, Jet. Let's investigate the closet opposite
Oh
theirs.
boy.
Sure. Sounds slick.
I see.
Seems the closets in the back are covered.
Are we ready?
For the 2 in the front, Mark and I will take the left. Damon and Kai, you enter the right. This place sucks, man. Why do we have to be fixing stuff? Looks like a murderer's basement down here. Don't jinx it, Kai. Don't jinx it. Don't you dare jinx it. Didn't seem like Kai had any intention of entering first. Whatever, I'll open the door. Oh, I'm so glad it's doing it for me. I wouldn't know which door to open. Alright, let's search this place. Kai and I gave the closet a quick rundown. Something as large as a generator would have stood out even in the dark, but we couldn't find anything of the sort.
Man.
Man, unlucky. All that work for nothing. What's the plan now? Do we just, like, go back outside?
I know.
I want to see what Grace and Ava are doing next door. Okay. As Kai shuffled up behind me, I turned to grasp the handle of the door and... What do you mean, pat, pat, pat?
Huh?
Suddenly, frantic footsteps echoed from the hallway outside. Did someone just run past this room? It sounded a lot like it. Did another group make a discovery? Why run past us, though? This didn't sit right with me. I need to see what's going on. Dude, that's creepy. That's creepy. Maybe the murderer got away if someone was murdered. Holy crap. Why would someone just run like that? This better be a prank, okay? This better be a really bad prank. There's no one here. Are the others still searching their closets? If they found something, I don't know why they'd run off without telling us first.
No.
If it was one of them, we should have heard a door opening. Yeah. Maybe we could peek inside one of the closets? Just to make sure, you know? Hello? Damon? I couldn't focus on anything he was saying. My attention was concentrated entirely on that place. Those footsteps sounded like they came from the boiler room. Hold on. I don't... Hey, what are you doing? His words were barely comprehensible. I couldn't hear anything. I couldn't even think. All my brain could register was the tightening in my chest. Suddenly, my legs began moving forward. It was like my body was possessed, under the control of something completely ambivalent to reason. My heart. My heart was pumping my every move. It brought me to the door, told my hand to turn the knob. Oh, I'm scared. I'm so scared. And then I was inside.
Dude, no!
Dude, you're seriously freaking me out. Oh my god, what was that? What was that? This isn't okay, you know. Why did you come here? Come on, say something already. I couldn't make out anything in the dark. The boiler room seemed completely still and completely silent, just like it had been the previous time I was here. Except, unlike last time, this silence wasn't the peaceful silence of a long-abandoned place. Rather, it felt like the entire world was holding its breath. Why are you crying? Why are you crying? Why can't you just say something? Why can't somebody just...
Game over, man! Game over!
Why can't someone just fix this blackout? What was that? What the frick is that? All of a sudden, light appeared. A single ray of light in the back of the room projected by a vent on the wall. It was too dim to completely snuff out the darkness, but it was still enough. Enough for me to see what was laying at my... No! No! No, no, no! No! Lion Man? No! 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 What? No, 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 no! I still had more free time events with you! No! Holy crap! What are you doing in the boiler room? Aren't you smart enough for that? No! No! No, no, no! I love doing the French accent for you. Who am I supposed to do this now? Jean? Technically, he does have a French name. No! No, no, no! 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 No, not the attractive one. You're the only one keeping Grace at bay. Frick. No. What? Oh, man. Well, I know my girlfriend's gonna be happy, but jeez. This sucks. Oh my gosh. I can't. Wolfgang Akira lurched over the boiler room platform. completely still, completely silent. The ultimate lawyer, unmistakably dead. Oh my gosh. He looks so sad over there. Kai's scream rang loud and clear in my ears. I could hear everything, all the fear and anxiety from the past 5 days, joined in a chorus of terror. Before I knew it, I was yelling too. No! I can't look at it! My arms, my legs, there was no weight in them anymore. Only pins and needles, pricking every inch of my skin. What do I do? What am I supposed to do?
A body has been discovered. All students must proceed to the boiler room on the underground floor immediately. Time will be allotted for all participants to investigate the murder. And afterwards, the real class trial will begin. Good luck, everybody!
The real class trial?
Oh, shit!
This can't be for real. There's no way. There's no way! With a wail, Kai booked it out of the room. I knew it was inevitable. I knew we'd chosen this path when we started denying the reality of the killing game. But seeing Wolfgang displayed the way he was, his face contorted into a look of terror, and made everyone's naivety all the more worse. Look, he's drooling too. That's so sad. No! Why did they take out the most attractive one? And what did this mean for his blackmail? Yeah, like, no! We still haven't solved his blackmail. That's not even fair! He's dead right away, we didn't finish his free time events, and his blackmail wasn't even solved. This is ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. I'm calling it now. That's a fake body and he's an assistant to the mastermind, okay? An assistant to the mastermind. There's no way a lawyer dies like that. No way he's dumb enough to go into a boiler room all by himself, okay? He knows that's a bad thing. Why would he do that? Yeah, we know what it says, Damon. I'll never know what that blackmail meant. Maybe if I had just bit the bullet and confronted Wolfgang about it. Damon! Are you okay? I heard the announcement and... Is that Wolfgang? Kai was right? Oh, frick, no, Grace, you were bunking with him, too. Oh, this must hurt you the most. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine, you know, I can't imagine losing your significant other. I'm so sorry, Grace. I'm so sorry. I mean, if I lost Ava, I wouldn't know what I'd do. I think I would lose all humanity and trusting other people. I'm so sorry. The tournament attendees burst through the door, tailed by a stumbling Kai. I really didn't want to believe it.
Yeah!
Why the heck would I lie? Ava, look away. Darling, look away. I don't need you to see this.
Are we 100% sure he's dead?
Why would you say that? Why would you say, are you 100% sure he's dead? Ava, I know you're not, like, socially adept like I am. I mean, I'm also not socially adept, but we don't say that, okay? Use different wording, please.
I don't see any wounds. Maybe he's still breathing.
Good morning.
Oh no, he's very much dead.
Son of a bitch!
Ah, this has gotta be an accident, right?
Why the long face?
Why do you ask? Well, if the death wasn't intentional, it could be treated like manslaughter or something. And then not need a trial.
Rubbish.
Intentional or not, the killer's hands are still dirty with blood, no? As far as I'm concerned, murder is murder, be it third-degree murder, manslaughter, or anything in between. Besides, if Wolfgang's death was indeed an accident and the killer bore no ill intent, don't you find it rather strange they haven't come forward and confessed? Damn it! Then tell us! Tell us who did this!
Who? Me?
Me? Tell you? The killer? Where's the fun in a mystery you've already know the answer to? I'll keep my lips sealed, thank you very much.
Hold on.
So there's definitely a killer.
Moving on.
Ah, downstairs already? Aren't you a quick-footed bunch?
This is nonsense.
A cacophony of wails filled my ears, hailing the arrival of the remaining students. It was almost instantaneous how quickly the color drained from everyone's faces. They'd entered the room completely bright red, having clearly made a desperate sprint to the boiler room. But now they looked as lifeless as the man laying in front of them. What happened here? Damon and me, we just found him like this. It's a sight to behold, I'm sure. Your beloved classmate who was once so lively, now splayed dead in front of you.
Well done.
To think I didn't even have to lift a finger after the blackmail. What are the odds? How could you?
Who? Me?
How could I? You tickle me, Eloise. You must remember this is a killing game between students. Unless the rules state otherwise, a student can only be murdered by another student.
My blood is rushing.
The undeniable truth is that one of you killed Wolfgang. One of you killed Wolfgang? That's right, a person we've been living with, who I've spoken to before. That person is in this room right now, staring at their own crime scene. So we are just going to completely disregard the fact you showed each of us another person's blackmail? I was simply pushing you all in the right direction. Do not take it personally. But Wolfgang, he was so nice to everyone. Why would someone... You good now? Okay. Why would someone do this? Well, if it is any consolation, I have a gift prepared. A gift?
Plot twist.
Behold, the Tozu tablet. The second Tozu tablet, to be more precise. You're even naming the tablet after yourself? It's always been called this, you just didn't know it until now.
Moving on.
Anyway, I trust you all remember how this tablet operates, yes? If not, allow me to briefly run you through it again. This tablet contains a summary of the crime scene. Certain special details, like the victim's time of death, have been oh so thoughtfully provided for you. Go on, take a look. The victim is Wolfgang Akiri, the ultimate lawyer. 156 pounds, and he's 6'2". Holy crap, this man's skinny. What? Oh my gosh. No. No. Ah. Well, that didn't make me self-conscious at all. Oh my gosh. They even take a picture of it for us. That's unsettling. He was discovered in the boiler room on the underground floor. He is kneeling in the water and his upper body is slumped over the concrete platform. Estimated time of death is approximately 9:35 a.m.
No.
This is different from the first tablet we got. No, I'm quite confident you're holding the same brand of tablet. Look, the shape and size are identical.
That's...
I mean, why is there information missing from this tablet? The cause of death. When we investigated the dummy's murder, the tablet explicitly said she died from blood loss. But this tablet, it doesn't list Wolfgame's cause of death anywhere.
Rubbish.
Of course! Saying otherwise would make things too easy.
No.
Come again.
Mm-hmm.
You see, the tablet's information has been divulged in such a way that both the killer and the spotless have equal chance of success. What does that mean?
Moving on.
Nope, that's all you're getting from me. Tally-ho!
No.
Hey, wait! He's already out of here. How nimble was this guy?
Why?
Make one too easy. Solving Wolfgang's death?
This looks bad.
No way. Is he saying that the cause of death is part of the mystery? Who cares?
You're crazy!
I'm not investigating this. Keep me out of this.
Don't look at me.
I don't want to be here. I don't want to keep looking at him.
No, just no.
You have to be insane to think I'm touching a dead body. Dude, we need all the people we can get to know who did this. No, guys. Stop being in denial here. One by one, multiple students made their way to the door. It was then that she finally spoke. Who's she?
No.
Stop. Oh my gosh, you emphasize her so much, Damon. I think you're head over heels for her. Protect her at all costs. Although she didn't yell, there was an overwhelming intensity to her voice. The same kind that caught everyone's attention back in the trial room. Immediately the runaways froze.
Yeah!
What do you want?
You all remember the rules, don't you? If we don't solve Wolfgang's murder and uncover the killer,
Can't you see?
then we are all going to die. Our feelings don't matter in this killing game. They never did. All that matters right now is finding the truth.
Don't test me.
Rich coming from you.
Bad news.
Maybe it is, but that doesn't mean she's wrong. If we accuse an innocent person, everyone except the killer will be executed. That's what Tozu said, and that's what was reiterated by your watches.
It is how it is.
Whether we like it or not, those are the rules. If it's the difference between life or death, there's nothing much we can do. But I don't want to. I don't want to look at him.
Investigating a crime scene doesn't mean investigating just the body. It's standard procedure in homicide investigations to try and pinpoint the victim's movements before their death.
Thinking.
That means searching places they've gone to, people they've spoken to. In Wolfgang's case, his dorm room might be an area of interest.
Yeah,
Since the dorms don't have locks, there's nothing stopping anyone from entering.
Oh boy.
When you put it like that. Hey, broski, want to explore the dorm? Yeah, sure. If you guys are going, then I'll come with. Yes, same for me. The way Eva spoke with such precision and such calmness. It's the same way she spoke when we discovered the dummy.
Hold your horses.
Hold on, Ulysses won't be going anywhere. What?
Aye.
That notebook you're carrying, whatever evidence we find down here, I want you recording it. What about us? We might discover something huge upstairs. The area with the body deserves the most attention. Once we've exhausted our options here, then we'll head up there.
Moving on.
Obviously, I'll remain here. You should too, Damon.
Right. My mind was still reeling from the shock of discovering the body, and the lump in my throat still wouldn't go away. But Wolfgang really was dead, and I had to find out why.
I don't understand.
It's just so hard to believe. Could one of our friends really be a murderer? Friends? She said it like that blind optimism isn't what the killer most likely exploited. After all, how can you suspect anyone if you trust everyone? It's an environment perfect for deceit, an environment perfect for murder, and worst of all, an environment we've created. Let me do what I did last time and look back over at the tablet first. The victim is Wolfgang Akiri, the ultimate lawyer. He was discovered in the boiler room on the underground floor. He is kneeling in the water and his upper body is slumped over the concrete platform. Estimated time of death is approximately 9:35 a.m. It still ticked me off, seeing everything except the cause of death listed, especially when I knew the reason why. The cause of death when we investigated the dummy's murder, the tablet explicitly said she died from blood loss. But this tablet, it doesn't list Wolfgang's cause of death anywhere. Of course, saying otherwise would make things too easy. The tablet's information has been divulged in such a way that both the killer and the spotless have equal chance of success. Tozu's definitely compensating for the killer, probably because they failed to hide their own tracks. And withdrawing information might be his way of balancing the odds. Dang rules, who's to say they won't be abused? Regardless, Wolfgang's cause of death should be treated as a crux of this mystery. If I can figure out how he died, then everything else should fall into place. Tozu tablet number 2 has been added to the Truth Bullets section of your Tozu trinket. Alas, poor Wolfgang, the guiding light of the ultimate student, snuffed out in an instant. No use crying over it though. What do you mean no use crying? I will cry however I like, thank you. There's a mystery to be solved, yeah I know. Like any true investigation, important evidence won't always be visible on first glance. Should you ever find yourself stuck, press F3 to view the game's controls. By the way, that any truth bullets you obtain will be logged by your Tozu trinket, which can be accessed anytime by pressing F1. You know, in case you needed the reminder. That's all from me. Bye-bye. Okay. Usually how this happens is we get the evidence and then the trial immediately starts. So I'm going to end the episode here, and in the next episode we'll probably figure out the investigations in the trial. But until then, thank you so much for playing the game with me. My name is Skurboga, Captain Skurboga, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye!